Hi, guys, and welcome to the Devine Witch podcast. I know it's been a while since I've been able to do one of these, but I am here by myself today, and I'm going to talk to you guys about what's going on. Now, I will let there be some transparency that I am doing this on June 20th, so that way it can be uploaded because Friday and Saturday I'm going to be busy. Actually, I'm going to be busy all week, but Friday and Saturday are definitely going to be some of my busier days. Friday, as you guys know, is Middletown, Ohio's Pride. So, there's things to get done with that. And then I've also got to go to Roos Realm to situate some things before the Roos Realm takeover. So, if you guys don't know, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tell you right now, we are taking over Roos Realm June 25th. That is this Saturday. From noon to 7, we have crafters, we have readers, both tarot and rune readers. We've also got stuff from Roos Realm that is going to be there because obviously we're taking over the shop. Plus, I'm going to be doing a spirit communication class. Y'all can find out everything down below. I'll make sure to link it. We've got some amazing crafters. We got Purple Shadow Creations. We got so-and-so coming. We've also got Crystal Turtle Collections, which is my side business, going to be there. Also for reading, we've got Triple Moon Readings, which is what I do my readings under for tarot. So it is going to be an exciting and eventful weekend. And it is perfect timing too for the Roos Realm takeover because today it was just released for here in Middletown, Ohio, that we are about to hit a heat wave right before the summer solstice. Isn't that always how it seems to be? Right before the summer solstice, it comes knocking at the door a day early, but it's never a day late. So this whole week, there will be a heat wave. So you all should come on out, enjoy the cool air brought to you by Roos Realm. And also we will be getting some waters as well to give out so everybody who is at the event can stay cool and hydrated because safety is our number one concern when it comes to any of our Devine Witch events. So for those of you wondering, does this event cost anything? No, it is completely free to come to this event. The only thing that you're going to have to pay for is maybe buy something from the crafters, maybe buy something from the shop. And if you don't buy anything at all, because, with the spirit communication class, if you spend $20 or more in the shop, then you get into the class for free. But if you do not, it's $25, which half of the proceeds are going to go to Roos Realm to help them cover some of their overhead costs and for being generous enough for us to take the takeover. So with that being said, moving onward, we always do these podcasts where we talk about our events and things that are coming up, the behind the scenes and all that fun jazz. And today is no different. Guess what our next event is? Embracing the Divine Feminine, which we have a slew of a panelist, as I should say, with people of all different ages, all different paths, coming together to share their experiences, their troubles, their tribulations within their spirituality, within the pagan community, and how each of them likes to define the Divine Feminine for their spiritual path. And we're going to be doing a host of questions as well. So these are people who are running groups, they run shops, they are active within the pagan community. And if you want to see who our panelist is going to be, go check out the link down below on the Embracing the Divine Feminine event. I'm going to tell you guys, it is going to be excellent. I am so excited. I personally will be the one asking questions and stuff like that. If anybody wants me to, I can go into detail about my spiritual path, but I'm trying to highlight the other women within the community instead of highlighting myself, because I always believe that we should uplift each other instead of trying to let the ego overtake. So with that being said, we are still releasing bios from our different panelists. Like I said, this is an open round discussion, but we do want to give, some time to the voices of the community that have been around for a while, that have done some things, who are active within the community giving their perspective versus what the normal everyday pagan who comes to events to have fun and all that jazz. And plus, you know, it highlights the strong women we have, giving mentors, you know, to the younger generation as well. I mean, that's pretty much how I got to put it. Today, I did actually do a blog on the Devine Witch website. Yes, we do have a website. I've been trying to revamp it because, you know, I do a lot of things between now. I'm running a shop part-time. I've also got, you know, events that I'm doing with the Devine Witch and with my own shop. So, you know, and everything that I do on YouTube and all of our social media. So it's kind of like a juggling act when it comes to the website. Excuse me, I got a heartburn. But whenever I'm trying to do all this, even though I have multiple hours in the day, sometimes, you know, one thing gets a little bit more attention than others, and the website kind of just gets pushed back a little bit. But I do try to update it as much as possible, occasionally throwing a blog, new photos from different events that we do to kind of keep it active as much as I possibly can. So if you haven't been to the website in a while, check it out. There's a lot of new information put on there, different videos, different photos, all of our events that we got coming up as well. So we're super excited for that. Plus, you know, we're going to be present in the community at a few different events. Pagan Picnic is going to be one. That's for Ohio Valley Pagan Society. We will be present there with Crystal Turtle Collections, but I will also be bringing information on the Devine Witch as well. 2 birds, 1 stone. Why not? I try to be frugal as much as I can when it comes to these events. You know, if I'm paying for one, I'm going to put everything that I got into it. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Now, the next big event that we actually got coming up after the Embracing the Divine Feminine is Witch in the Woods. Witch in the Woods has been going on since we've been around. So basically, Witch in the Woods is a free camping style event. We invite everybody. We have entertainers, we have presenters, we have workshops, and vendors. So we kind of make it a whole thing. Now, this is a little bit different than the previous years, because normally in the previous years, we've had one spot and that's it. But this year, since we've got an overwhelming response from the community, which I kind of put towards COVID a little bit, and plus we've been networking and getting outside and, you know, talking and communicating the fundamentals of paganism community, right? So we've been getting ourselves out there, and it's expanded like tremendously. We have at this moment 4 different presenters. We've have 5, maybe even a 6 vendors. Then we've got me doing tarot readings. I know there's going to be probably a few others who are doing readings as well. I know I've got Will, who's going to be doing some rune readings. So that's going to be amazing to see. We've also got Rune Stone Heathens. I think I said that right. Hopefully I did. Or I'm pretty sure someone will correct me, but I will make sure to link their information down below as well. We are going to end up having them do an opening blot ritual. You heard it here, and you heard it here first. We are going to have them do a blot ritual. It will be happening, I know for a fact, at 1 p.m. So it'll be like an opening ceremony. They've been around for, I think, a couple of years now, or about to go into their first year. But, you know, they're trying to create a safe place for heathens to come around, to be able to get into that atmosphere where it's not so much an eclectic style group, it's focused on heathenry. So, you know, they're coming out. They're also going to be doing a presentation on heathenry as well, and blots as well. So you get to see it, and you get to hear about it, and you get to learn about it. So it's like full circle when it comes to that. Now, later in the evening, I will let you know we are doing a labyrinth chakra ritual. So basically what this is set up is it's almost like a spiraling labyrinth in a way. And each chakra has its own representative, and you have a guide that will guide you through those chakras. You will be asked a certain question for each chakra, and you must speak honestly if that's true to you and your heart. Once you get through all those 7 chakras, you will be in the middle, which is the soul. Okay, that's how I'm representing it in my mind. So that'll be your soul. Then you'll be taken on a guided meditation by yours truly. And this is where you're going to let go of those things that you cannot keep on holding to anymore. And then something is going to be brought to you that you need to be doing. Now, this is going to be different for everybody. Everybody's journey is different. Everything that you need to let go is different. So this isn't just letting go of anger, letting go of regret. It's whatever is in your life, and that's why it's personal to you. Then once we get done with that ritual, it is fun and mayhem. There's going to be fun and mayhem in between. And yeah, I'm super excited. Now, the workshops we got that I know for certain is, I think there's a fairy wand workshop that's going to be happening. And we're also going to be doing a spell kit in the woods. So when you guys come to the event, don't be surprised if you see a lot happening. And just to let you know, we do have 2 spots this year, a 30-man and a 100-man lot. But we do got to keep room for our vendors, entertainers, and all of that. So we've currently got like 50 spots open for camping. So if you're wanting to get a spot, go to the Devine Witch Facebook page and shoot us a message. Please make sure to let us know how many people in your party is coming, how many tents you will have, and so forth and so on. And remember, this is completely free. The only thing that you might need money for is for our vendors. And if you want to donate to the Devine Witch, we don't make you donate, but it just helps us be able to do our events every year and things like that. So most of our vendors probably won't be able to accept card, for the reason being we're in the woods. So cash would probably be the smartest move when it comes into, buying things. So with that being said, I think that's all the information I got, except I will say this. We will have Witch in the Woods shirts. And here in a couple weeks, I will actually be releasing what they look like and start taking pre-orders for those. So you can pre-order them and actually pick them up at the event itself. And all of this goes into the Devine Witch Fund, which hopefully, fingers crossed, if I can get enough of these sold and we get enough donations, I am going to hold a Yule event for the community and make it as big and awesome as I possibly can. But that's if the fates and our community work together with me. So with that being said, we will not be present at the Dayton Pagan Pride Day as far as the Devine Witch, seeing all the Devine Witch stuff. But we will be present if I can get everything situated with the application in. We should be present there as a vendor for Crystal Turtle Collections. Fingers crossed. So technically I'll be there, but I won't be there representing the Devine Witch. So we'll see how it goes. Because I haven't filled out any of the paperwork or stuff like that. But I will be at the Pagan Picnic. And I'll be at the Witch's Ball with the Crystal Turtle Collections. But I'll also have information about the Devine Witch as well. So I think that's pretty much all that we got going on as far as events, things that I got planned. Oh, yeah. By the way, there will be a Witch in the Woods banner. Since I've got this side business, like I was telling you guys, we went ahead and we made a Witch in the Woods banner. And the banner is going to be awesome because the shirts are actually, what's the word I'm looking for? The shirts are hand in hand with what the banner looks like. And then during the event, we're going to lower the banner, and everybody who comes to the event is going to get to sign the banner with your name. So that way, we can show over the years all the people that we've had. And once we fill up one banner, front and back, then we'll make a new banner and we'll continue to go from there and there and there. So with that being said, I think that is everything that I have for the events that we are doing that are coming up. But since I brought up the Yule thing, I've been wanting to have a Yule event forever. COVID did not make that happen. And I do want to do it for the community. The last time we did it for the community, we had a great turnout. Unfortunately, the spot where we had it last time is no longer open. So I've been looking around here in the Middletown community for a different spot. And I think I found one, but it is quite pricey per hour. It's about, I think they said 150 to 160 per hour. So it is a little bit pricey. We could do one as well in Trenton, but I'd rather try to have it in Middletown if possible. The Trenton location, it would be crammed as far as having a lot of people there. So I don't want to do something like that. I want something open where people can get, and if we can get enough funds to be able to cover the overhead cost of the event itself, then it'll be a potluck style, like bring meat, bring side dishes, bring a dessert. Another thing that I'm going to also bring up with Witch in the Woods that I haven't put in the event yet is that we're going to find out what everybody is bringing. So that way we don't have multiples of just chips or snack cakes or fruit. You know what I mean? That way we can get a variety of different things. I will be trying to bring a grill out for Witch in the Woods, so that way we can actually cook different style things instead of it just being one trick ponies, quick and easy stuff. You know what I mean? Also, to let anybody know, with Witch in the Woods, it will be opening at 12 p.m. on the 27th of August. So from 12 p.m. and it goes all the way to Sunday, when we all have to leave there at like 11 a.m., just so you know. Now, I've had people ask me with the Witch in the Woods, do we have to camp there? No, you can come and just hang out whenever you want, leave whenever you want. It's up to you. But we wanted to ensure that there was enough space for everybody. And also we are taking volunteers right now, which we will end up meeting with our volunteers in July, probably right after the Divine Feminine event. So that way we can go over safety, what's expected, get t-shirt sizes of everybody, and kind of get that going as well, which is going to be one of our Patreon overhead costs for July. Because we got to buy the shirts and we want to make sure everybody's comfortable and stuff like that. Since it is the first Witch in the Woods where we're going to actually have t-shirts that say Witch in the Woods. One thing I do want to let everybody know who may not heard our podcast from the past is that we will be requiring, and I'm going to put this in our event too, when you come to our events, you will have to sign up at the booth with your name and your number. And here's the reason why. Whenever we're out somewhere and we're doing an event or we're hosting an event, safety is our number one concern. So one of the things that we want to ensure is if a fire were to break out or something other than a fire would happen, we can have a roster of everybody's name. So that way, if somebody left, we can know that they made it safe. If someone's still in an area, we know that they're there. So when you come to an event, if we ask this of you, don't freak out. No one's going to get your information. It is only for staff only. So just kind of want to throw that out there. Keep that in mind. A few things that some of you who haven't been to our events will see is that we have walkie-talkies. This is so that our staff can communicate with each other. This is something that we acquired this year that has been kind of on our to-do list or wanting to-do list for a while. Just that way that if we have someone in another space or they're doing a walkthrough or if they're doing some kind of hiking with others, we can communicate with them, they can communicate with us. So if you see people with walkie-talkies, don't freak out. It's just part of our security team. So another thing that I want to bring up is any event you come to, if you do bring food and it is something you're making, please make sure that you include a list of ingredients. It's not because we want your special recipe. It's because we want to ensure if anybody has food allergies that they can remain safe at our events. Because the last thing that we want to do is shoot somebody with an EpiPen and go clear, you know what I mean, and have to rush them to a hospital. Because depending on where our events are at, depends how far that is. And, you know, time is crucial when stuff like that comes, and, you know, airway and being able to breathe is important. So I will be making a video about this also, again, for just Witch in the Woods, but I just kind of want to integrate it and kind of get it fresh in people's minds who may have not heard about our events or haven't been to an event in a while, or are just kind of now checking out our YouTube. So this way it kind of tells you guys what we're planning, what we've got in our, you know, minds as far as working things out. But that's pretty much where I'm at this point when it comes to the Divine Witch stuff. You know, I'm always looking for extra hands for help for anything, whether it be volunteer, whether it be staff. So yeah, it's been a journey, my friends. And I know it's been a while since I've been able to do these podcasts, which makes me feel bad but it's like I've got so much stuff going on, and there's only one of me to kind of get the stuff that I need to get out there, because I'm the one that interconnects it all, kind of like a spider web, you know what I mean? Like there's that one little middle spot and then it connects to everything else. I'm that one little middle spot at this point. So I will say this, I am going to get bubbles because everybody loves bubbles. It's going to be free for everybody that we get bubbles to. You're not going to have to pay for it. It's just one of those things that I wanted to give out to kind of be an extra fun for kids, adults, you know what I mean? Because bubbles are a fun thing. Now, as far as we are still looking for a fire performer for our event. So if you do fire spinning and you want to come out to the event and render your services for free, I would highly appreciate that. We're open to belly dancers as well, or any other form of fun entertainment that can be safe for, you know, little ones to see and things like that. Let's see, what else can I talk about? Because I feel like I'm jumping around, but it's because, you know, like when you start to talk about something and then you move on to something else, then you remember things that you should have said about the thing that you were talking about. That's how my brain works. So yeah. But I will tell you this, the vendors that we got has some amazing stuff. Like I know for a fact for myself, I'm going to be broke. Like I foresee me being broke. But I see that as a good thing, for the reason being that, you know, I love supporting small crafters because I myself am a small crafter. So like when you support somebody, even though they may not show it, they always get that giddy, like, oh my God, it's all about my creation. So, you know, I love to do that as well. Now, community garden is something I want to talk about. I had every intent to get this thing going, but it seems the more as time goes, there won't be a community garden this year. And it's because I've taken on so much and it's my fault. When our plants died, everything just kept on going and I've been moved in another direction for this year. But I do promise you in 2023, there will be a Devine Witch community garden started back up. It's just for some reason this year, things have fell in line that I've been wanting to fall in line for a very long time. And I have to go where the flow takes me. And unfortunately, it wasn't for the community garden this year. And I do apologize to those who looked excited about it. But, you know, one of the other things, if you're at Witch in the Woods, you do have time for a garden, you want to bring some stuff out, you're more than welcome to bring it out, share it with the community. I would appreciate that. But I just wanted to put that out there because it's one of the things that I've talked about. And I haven't had the funds because my funds have went into every other direction besides the garden. And with inflation coming up and everything, it's kind of been hard to kind of get it rolling and started. And then, yeah, so I'm just letting you guys know transparency is a thing. And I try to be as transparent as I possibly can when it comes to, you know, the things that we do over here. So I'm just putting that out there now. I do apologize, but it's probably not going to happen this year. We will start back up in 2023. And instead of trying to grow our own plants, we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to buy them. And with that, you know, after all these events and stuff like that, if we get any if we can do a Yule event and we get any donations from the Yule event, then we'll go ahead and take those Yule event donations and put it towards the community garden, because we won't have, normally when it comes to like Witch in the Woods and stuff like that, I go ahead and pay for all that ahead of time. So I don't have to worry about it. Like that's paid in like January. So that's on me, but I can put those funds actually into the garden. So that's kind of my thought, my theory, my plan to do. So hopefully it all works out. With that being said, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I am forgetting besides happy summer solstice. Hopefully it's been kind to you and you've been staying cool. I'm pretty sure at this point I'm going to be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like I've been trying to focus more on my health and things like that. Some days are good days, some days are bad days, and some days it just doesn't seem like it's in void. You know what I mean? But it's a process, like anything. You have your ups, you have your downs, and your in-betweens. And that's kind of how I like to see our group. Sometimes we have our highs, sometimes we have our lows, sometimes it's in between where it's a double-edged sword. And, you know, I think that's one thing, you know, with our community, you know, I try to be as transparent. I try to grow. I try to learn from my own mistakes and the mistakes that we've made as a group. So hopefully that's showing and that's being transparent enough to where it seems genuine to you, the follower, the reader, the listener, whoever you may be. Because, you know, changes. We change with the season. We change with experience. And hopefully we can grow together and change within our community. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to hop off here because I got some things I got to do. But please stay tuned. We will be starting a regular podcast. I'm going to try to get some other people on here as well, so we can have those conversations that we need to have in this community. I've been talking to others within the community and they seem pretty excited about it. So whenever that time comes, you guys will see different members with the pagan community here in Ohio, and hopefully we can represent them well and represent our pagan community as well. And with that, always remember, no two witches, witch alike.